Hey guys, welcome to Arise to the Top. My name is Paris, and I'm the owner of Arise to the Top Call Center Consulting, where we talk about everything call center, work from home. We help you start, launch, and grow your call center companies, virtual assistant businesses, and other business service companies that you may start. So, today we are talking about why hiring a VA within your IBO may be a game changer for you, how you know you need to hire one, and where to get one from. If you would like more information on any topics surrounding call center, work from home, and starting businesses, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. You can follow us at Arise to the Top on Instagram, Facebook. We are also at Start Your Own Call Center on TikTok. So we have a bunch of information spread all across the social media stratosphere. All right. Before we do get started, I do want to tell you guys about the month of July. We do have a lot of things as July is IBO Success Month within our community. And starting from July 1st, we have our 30 days to get your IBO Itch Together challenge, which will be free to all IBOs to join in. And that is 30 days of tools, tasks, and resources for you to get your IBO kickstarted. We also have July 18th through the 21st is our IBO Success Virtual Week. Again, free to all IBOs, where we will have virtual speakers helping you to get your IBO together, from legal, marketing, preparing for the recession that everyone is talking about, growing, and just different tools and resources for you as an IBO. And finally, the biggest event of the year in IBO land is July 22nd through the 24th, where we will be live and in person in Orlando, Florida. We do still have a couple of tickets left. It's almost sold out. Where you will have a whole weekend of networking, learning, engaging, and just really getting the resources and tools that you need to grow your company. So I look forward to seeing you guys at one of the events, all of the events. All of the links that are surrounding all these events are attached to the description box below. So as in all my videos, any tools, resources, and links that we have are in the description box below. If you need to find out if you want to sign up for the seminar, in person, the virtual week, all of that stuff, make sure you check down below in that description box. All right, so now that we've gotten that out the way, let's get started with our Let's Talk IBO session today. So we want to talk about VAs or virtual assistant services within the IBO community. As a business owner, you are unable to scale your business by yourself. And so we're going to go over a few things that you may need to know to see if it's time for you to hire in some help at an affordable price. All right, so when we talk about virtual assistants, and you probably heard it a bunch of places and maybe you haven't, you may think, why would you need a virtual assistant? So if you look at statistics, over 110 million companies right now use virtual assistants to help them. It's very helpful because depending on where you get them from, the cost is usually a lot lower than hiring in like a full-time employee or even a part-time employee. Virtual assistants are generally 1099 contractors. Some of them do come in as W-2, but a big perk of doing the virtual assistant route is that you can bring them in when your budget is smaller, 5-10 hours a week. If you need somebody to 20 to 40 hours a week, you can do that too. The virtual assistant business realm overall is projected by 2027 to grow to, I believe it was like over 85 million or somewhere around that. A lot of corporations are starting to resort to them as well. So outside of building your IBO, if you have skill sets that, and I won't say if, everyone has skill sets, honestly, that's in this realm that could be utilized as a virtual assistant, it's a great way to earn extra money too. But sidebar, let's come back in. So virtual assistants can really do anything. It just depends on the type of virtual assistant that you get. And you do have to be mindful that one person won't be able to do everything, right? So you will have to look, interview, research, those sorts of things when you talk about getting a virtual assistant. The really great thing about it is you can have a little budget and still get help within your company. So what I'd recommend that you do is write down everything that you do in your company, and you can Trello board it, legal pad it, however you want to do it. And then go over the tasks that you don't mind doing, that you like doing, and then separate the tasks that you absolutely hate doing or don't know how to do. That's where you would start when you would determine Well, what do I bring a virtual assistant in here for? All right. You really separate your task. What do you know how to do? What do you enjoy doing? What do you not know how to do? What do you not have time to do? What do you absolutely hate doing? Right. So you'll start on that other list of the things that you don't like to do, don't have time to do, or don't have the knowledge to do when it comes to bringing someone in. Now, you don't have to bring a virtual assistant in right off the bat if you're just starting your company. You may not have a budget for it. What I will say is you can get someone in your company part-time for as little as $400 a month. With virtual assistants, you can get them in ongoing. You can get them to do specific tasks, right? So you don't have to have someone that you're committed to paying every single month. You can have someone that you can say, hey, I need this done, flyers created, because although I have Canva, my graphic design skills are not good. You can say, hey, I need someone to follow up on these leads for me this month. It may not be something you need every month. It may be something you need every month, but you can kind of choose and dictate how your budget works and still bring that help in, right? So as an IBO, when you first start your company, you're doing everything. You're onboarding, you're marketing, you're recruiting. If you don't have a lot of budget, you may be building your website, you're managing agents. If you're doing things outside of Arise, you may be going out to find clients. You're having onboarding sessions. You're having to do payroll. You're having to follow up with documents. You're having to be customer support. You have a lot of hats that you wear as an IBO just starting out. And even as your company grows, there's a lot of things that you have to do. The great news is if you do have a virtual assistant, you can get a lot of help for that. So what tasks can virtual assistants do for you in your IBO? Well, big tasks that they can do are onboarding. Your onboarding and managing of your agents, a virtual assistant can do, and training one to do those tasks are not hard. What I would recommend you do is as you're going through, and I tell you guys all the time to put your steps down in the different things that you do. Standard operating procedures, SOPs is what they call them. But even if you don't want to get fancy with it, get on Trello, the free version, and just put your tasks down on board. So it might be, all right, this is how we onboarding. Step one, are we onboard? Step one, we have a session. Step two, we walk them through signing up in the portal. Step three, we follow up with a welcome packet. Step four, we follow up with emails to get them signed up for certification. Step five, we check on them to make sure they're going to attend certification. Step six, we're checking on them through certification. We're texting, calling, email. Those are examples of the steps that you can put in Trello. And if you do that, it will be so much easier to train your virtual assistant when they come in, because literally all you have to do is assign them the Trello board and say, hey, follow these steps. Here's the logins. Here's the tools, right? So if you go ahead and document your process as you're doing it yourself, training someone to come do it for you will be completely a breeze. There will be some things that you'll have to say, hey, I want it done this way or that way, but they will have the step-by-step. You don't have to get stuck in that room, because a lot of people will get stuck and they'll be like, I want to hire somebody in, but I don't know how to train them. I don't know what they can do. I don't know what they can't do. I don't even know where to start. And then you end up not hiring people in or getting a virtual assistant, and you're stuck in this rut of doing everything yourself. And then your business doesn't grow because you're overwhelmed. A lot of you guys starting IBOs or that have IBOs have other jobs. You have families. You have a lot of other stuff going on. So bringing someone in that can help you with that, like I said, you can do this $350 to $400 a month starting off. You can get somebody that's working 15 to 20 hours for you, right? That's what, $100 a week. That's $100 a week. You divide that out into daily, you're talking about what, $20 a day, $15 a day. You can literally go DoorDash 1 or 2 meals a day and pay for a virtual assistant to help you run your business. Okay. So what they can do, number one, onboarding task. I just told you how to Trello and go your process now, and then you can just hand that over to them, right? They can do your onboarding sessions. So you can pre-record a session that you've done and use that to train your assistant. So the sessions that you do for your agents, hopefully you're doing some sort of session that you probably pre-recorded that you can email out to them. Use that as training material. Use the things that you're already doing to create training for your assistant. Now, after their onboarding, that same assistant can do the follow-ups, okay? They're reaching out. They're letting your agents know, hey, we're here. Do you need anything? How can I help you? Let's meet up and get you signed up for a class, right? They're your customer support agent management team, and we call it our agent success manager is what we call it, agent success management. They can go to partner support for you, right? All right, so that's the onboarding side. For those of you that don't like to do social media, but you're feeling the pain of having to be on social media for what you do, you can get a VA that does your social media, that does your posting, your content planning, all of those things, right? You can have a virtual assistant that comes in, plans all of your social media posts. You just tell them, hey, we want to hit these topics. Hey, this is the goal is growth. The goal is recruiting. Whatever your social media goal is, and curate a plan with them. If you don't have any knowledge of social media, that's a good place to put your money to start with the virtual assistant, is doing social media for you. And you can get a virtual assistant to come in part-time and do that. You can get a virtual assistant to come in to strictly recruit, HR style. Your virtual assistant can come in, post job posting ads, follow up with resumes. They can follow up with qualifying the agents to come into your company. They can do that HR side of it. Send the documents, put the information in the payroll system. You can have a virtual assistant that processes payroll. You have a website, you can have a virtual assistant manage your website if you need that. That's not something that I would necessarily put my money towards in the beginning, because honestly, you can get website management plans. Like, I mean, we have them within our company in our business development for like $25, $30 a month, and have somebody just kind of manage your website. So I wouldn't necessarily put it there, but you can. I'm just giving you some options of different things that your virtual assistant can do. Okay, graphic design. If you need someone to create graphics for you, welcome packets, brochures, designs if you're doing job fairs, business cards, logos, you can get a VA that does graphic design. And that handles all of that stuff for you. All of the graphics you need, your social media graphics, like I said, your packets, your templates, you can get a virtual assistant to do that for you as an IBO. So there is, and this is going to be a quick 10, possibly 15-minute video, so I won't go too in depth with everything, but there are a plethora of tasks as an IBO that you can get your virtual assistant to handle and take off of your plate. And like I said, start with dividing up everything you do in your company, and I mean everything that you do to sustain and keep your company going and to grow it, right? The things that you need to do that you haven't done, you need to list that. The things that you absolutely hate doing or don't know how to do, that needs to be on the other side of your paper. Y'all know I love a good legal pad. Get one of these and go ahead, split it in half, divide that list up, make that list. That's going to tell you where to start when it comes to what type of person you need. Now, when you're going to pick a virtual agent, what do you look for? You can pick a virtual assistant that is US based, or you can pick one that is from abroad. Now, honestly speaking, I've done both. I actually currently have both going, but the ones abroad are the virtual assistants that work abroad are definitely going to be more cost effective for you than the US based virtual assistants. But it just really depends, because honestly, some of you that have kids that are a little bit older, teenage and up, you know, old enough for a first job or almost old enough, they can also be your virtual assistants. all you have to do is literally what I told you to do 3 times now, is map out what you're doing, what you need done, what you don't know how to do, or what you just don't want to do, right? And your standard operating procedures, you put them on Trello, put them in a document, Google Doc, however you want to put them. And then if you're going to do virtual assistants that are abroad, video record your processes, because the big thing that you face with hiring abroad is language barrier, right? Um, Sometimes the task may not be correct because of a misunderstanding due to language barriers, which is why it's very important for you to map out specifically what you need done and how you want it done. So I am going to go live on this topic probably next week to answer any questions you may have, but I did want to put this video out about virtual assistants because we get asked so much about them. So now let's go into how you pick a virtual assistant. If you're doing it abroad, number one, if you need a test for that language barrier I was just talking about, for communication, for understanding. You'll be able to do interviews with them depending on where you get your virtual assistant from. But I highly recommend writing, right? I'll send an email out and ask whatever questions I need and get their responses back in writing. If the writing is not that proficient with English or doesn't really make a lot of sense, chances are you may have a little bit tougher time with the training process of that virtual assistant. And you may think language barrier is not a big deal. Depending on what you're bringing them in for, it can be a huge deal, okay? Graphic design, that type of stuff, not such a big deal. But when you talk about onboarding agents, managing agents, doing HR stuff, payroll, marketing, you can bring VAs in for marketing efforts and that sort of deal. It's definitely a big deal, right? Because they need an understanding of your company to be able to efficiently do their processes that'll be needed, and take care of your people. So definitely always test the writing. Do the interview. We'd like to do our interviews in Zoom, do a face-to-face video interview. We'll do the written part and then just kind of test it out, get their experience. I do read the resumes of the virtual assistants just to kind of see, but honestly, I'm not a big resume person in those types of positions. People lie all the time. So I like to just kind of test other things like, how's your understanding with concepts? How quickly do you catch on? How do you speak? How are your communication skills? Because really any of these services that I've just spoken about, they can be trained in. Besides, outside of graphic design, they need to come with a skill set already. Video editing, you can get a video editor, virtual assistant. They need to come with skill sets as well. And the social media one, you'll want somebody that has some skill sets because just posting is not going to be that helpful. You need somebody that knows how to grow a channel. You need somebody that knows how to run ads if you need ads run. So it's not just posting. Those type of services, skill sets need to be had. But the onboarding and stuff like that, they can be trained on that by you. That can be taught. The management part, the doing the sessions part, all of that, they can be trained on. So you need to just really look for their willingness to learn, their hours of availability. If you're hiring abroad, you have to be very aware of the time differences, right? Because like in the Philippines, it's like a 12-hour difference. Pakistan and India, I believe it's like 7 or 8, maybe 9, depending on where they're at. The UK, there's a time difference. Nigeria, there's different time differences. So definitely be aware of the time difference when you're looking at the hours that you want them to work. And my biggest suggestion, you guys, with the virtual assistants, you can go through companies that do it. We actually have a virtual assistant service now that we offer that kicked off a few weeks ago, where we actually have already trained virtual assistants. So if you tell it, you can come to us and say, hey, I need a virtual assistant that does onboarding, agent management, and we've already trained them. So you don't even have to worry about training them. They're specifically for IBOs. They can come in, do your onboarding sessions, be speaking with your agents, answer questions, send documents, all that stuff. So We have a virtual assistant service that is kicked off called My IBO Team, which I'm super excited about. If you're thinking about a virtual assistant and you want one already trained, we have graphic designers, we have web developers, we have app developer, virtual assistants, video editors, social media managers, branding and marketing, and then agent onboarding, recruiting management, payroll specialists, virtual assistants. We have pretty much all of them. So you can come to us, just tell us what you need them for. If you want a monthly, if you want a one-time project, and we can actually provide that for you. If that's something you're interested in, you can email support@myiboteam.com. The link again will be below in the description box. And we can respond back with whatever information you need to get you started. So if you're looking for someone already trained and you don't want to have to do the hassle of the interviewing and everything I just spoke about, we have them already trained for you. Now, outside of us, you can get virtual assistants on places like Fiverr, Upwork, onlinejobs.ph, virtual assistants, I believe, .ph. They're in the Philippines. There are, and really you can just put virtual assistants services in Google and a ton of them will come up. But just remember to do your due diligence when you are looking to hire a virtual assistant. If you're going to do it overseas, make sure you really have a detailed process that they can follow and understand, and be patient, right? Most people don't know about the call center business and what we're doing. Even if they have customer service experience, running an IBO is a completely different ballgame. So if you bring somebody in that you're going through another company maybe, or your kid, and you're having to train them, be patient. I usually give a 3 to 4 week training period before I really start like, all right, hey, this might not be working out. And know that one person can't do everything, okay? So you cannot go say, hey, I need a virtual assistant to onboard, manage, do marketing, do graphics. That's a unicorn, okay? You can't do it all, right? That's why we're getting help in. You can't do it all, neither can they. No one has every skill set. So keep that in mind. And that's why I told you to make that list, because then you can group together, right? So if you need somebody to help onboard, manage, and recruit, that's one type of VA. If you know you need somebody for social media, that's another VA. Graphic design, marketing, and all that, that's another VA. So be very aware that one person will not be able to do everything when you hire them in. Don't even have that expectation, because then you'll be firing everybody due to nobody being able to meet your standard. All right. All right, if you have any questions, like I said, our time is winding down, about virtual assistants, where you can get that from. Like I said, those links will be in the description box below. I do hope to see you guys all month long in the month of July. I hope to see you live in Orlando, Florida. We have a good crowd coming, and so I'm super excited about that. And if you have any questions, as always, just post them below and I will do my best to respond to them. Sometimes you guys ask questions that take like more one-on-one effort. And for those, you probably can come to my lives and ask those, because I can then ask you the questions that I need to know to be able to answer your questions correctly. But do definitely, like I said, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Arise to the Top. And we are happy to help you start your IBO launch and grow it. If you would like to see certain video topics as well, let us know. You can send us Facebook or Instagram messages on video topics that you like me to cover. And generally, I will cover them for you. I have a whole list that I just go and break down of videos that I cover that you guys have requested the information on. So let me know what you'd like me to talk about, and I'll be more than happy to cover that for you. Again, if you are interested in our virtual assistant services, we do have where you can specifically get one virtual assistant to do one thing. We also have our shared virtual assistant services, to where all the services that I just talked to you about, the marketing, the graphics, you can get a different VA each week to do different services. So we have all kinds of things to help you for success within our My IBO team company with our virtual assistants. If you're just starting out and you're balling on a budget, you may have to wait a little bit to get your virtual assistant to get your funds going. But again, you can DoorDash, you can do extra little side gigs to get that money to be able to grow your company, because having extra hands that have knowledge where you don't can make or break your company's growth. So I definitely don't recommend going on this journey alone, of trying to grow and scale your company, especially if you have a lot of other things going on. Super stressful. A lot of IBOs that do that, just they end up quitting, right? And I don't want to see you guys quitting. So go ahead and just get the help that you need to make this successful. All right. Well, I've enjoyed you. We will see you again next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern for our Let's Talk IBO business sessions. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you for joining Arise to the Top.